special segment of Leading the Break. This segment features Veronica Burton. Veronica just completed her 4th year as a basketball player in the WNBA. Before the 2025 season began, Veronica was selected in the expansion draft by the Golden State Valkyries. It was a great opportunity to be on a brand new team, and Veronica ran with it. She became the starting point guard, leading the team to the playoffs. Quite an accomplishment for a brand new team. Veronica started all 44 regular season games and the 2 playoff games that the Golden State Valkyries were in. She came in 3rd in assists in the league and had a scoring average of 11.6 points per game. She was most recently awarded the Most Improved Player in the WNBA. In this segment, you'll hear from Veronica when she was with the Dallas Wings as a rookie and in her 2nd season. You'll also hear from one of her Dallas Wing coaches, Latricia Trammell, and from her Connecticut Sun coach, Stephanie White, who spoke about Veronica in her 3rd season. Since draft night, what do you think you've learned about yourself as a person, as a ball player, and as an athlete?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I've learned is just kind of my ability to adapt and just kind of adjust on the fly. I think this process is definitely one that comes at you pretty quickly, and obviously everyone kind of has to go through that, experience that. But I think since draft night, just the turnaround and we had like 2 days and going through training camp and stuff like that, it's definitely a quick adjustment. And so I think that's something that is difficult at times, but I've also been able to kind of go with that. And same on the basketball floor as well. I think it's a quicker game, it's a faster pace, and you just kind of have to pick things up pretty quickly. So I've just been trying to at least be able to adapt.
What kind of advice did your college coach McCune give you in terms of how to handle the pros?
Yeah, he just said to be myself. To do what I can control and to play my game and be the type of person that I am. And that's the same thing that Coach VJ says. So.
And just last quick question. How are you enjoying your free time in Dallas?
I've been enjoying it a lot. It's been great. We don't get much of it, but when we do, it's been awesome. The weather is great. No complaints.
Any particular sites that you like?
No, I was able to go. My brother was in town, so I was able to go into Dallas a little bit. Went to the mall. I don't know exactly what it's called. I think Galleria. I'm not 100% sure. But I was able to go to the mall. Still have to do a little bit more sightseeing, if you will.
All right, thanks. Good luck.
Yes, thank you.
I would say just experience. That's the biggest thing. Coming off of my rookie year and heading into my 2nd year. Just growing off of that. I think I ended the year with some momentum, and just kind of being able to get that playoff experience was huge for me as a point guard, and just being able to stay here in Dallas and do some workouts with the coaching staff, getting to know them, being able to play with Enrique in the off season, some pickup runs, and just getting back here. The comfort level alone is, I feel, a huge difference. And I think that just goes with being familiar again with my teammates in this environment and just not being just thrown into it necessarily. And so I'm really excited, honestly. I just can't wait to get started. And I think just it's been a great few days of training camp and first preseason game, but I'm really excited for my 2nd year. I would say some of the things I really tried to kind of hone in on in the offseason is one, my outside shot. I think obviously given who we have on this team and who we have in this organization, just I'm going to have some open looks, and I have to make the defense respect me as a shooter and respect me when I'm on the offensive end. And so I think kind of just consistently knocking down those shots is going to be huge for me. And so that's a growth area that I'm really looking forward to kind of put into action this season. And in addition to that, just handling the ball, staying poised against pressure. I think obviously being a point guard, I've had that experience of just, okay, you need to run the team and you tell people where to be. But when you have someone riding you up the court, or when you have just, it's a much faster pace in the league. And I think that's something that I had to adjust to in my first year. And so just staying poised against pressure and being able to kind of function in the same way, whether it's there or not, is something that I'm trying to take forward this year. I give credit a lot to Coach Zach for this, just in the off season, kind of playing a lot of one-on-one with our practice guys. And so I appreciate them for how they did too. And when I would do drills, whether it be kind of going into a ball screen, I would do them with them picking me up at half court or even beyond half court. And just if I can stay poised against them when they're quicker, more athletic, and just speedier than I am, like I know that I'll be fine in the W games. And so that was a big point of emphasis. And I wanted them to steal the ball from me when they could. I wanted them to knock it out of my hands, deflect it, because at the end of the day, that's what's happening. And Zach would just always tell me, like, I'm very kind of system point guard, and I'm really good with time and space. But when I get sped up, that's kind of when things can kind of get out of sorts for me. So that was something that I needed to practice day in and day out. And that's something that we tried to replicate as much as we could in drills and make them as game-like. So having that defender up in my space from the jump was a big thing that I did this offseason.
The dream game this past week. You talked about Veronica and Crystal, and you talked about the intangibles they bring to the team. And one of the things I noticed in that game, both of them showed vocal leadership on the court.
That's great.
And their teammates were listening. I don't want to over romanticize it, but it seemed like maybe they were inspired by it, and maybe they gained confidence from being vocal leaders. Is that something that comes from them? From them, is that something you coach them to do?
No, I mean, that's something they want to do. That's what point guards do, right? Is communicate and lead their team. We've talked about it. They're both have quiet voices, but that's something that we do talk about and encourage, of course. And their teammates embrace that. They want them to be that vocal leader, to get players in the right positions, give great sticky notes, I call them, when they huddle up before a free throw. And so I'm very proud of them. I mean, they're great leaders. And they bring, like you said, the non-negotiables, the intangibles. They set the standard, and they take the excuse away from everyone else not to do the right thing. And so they've been an incredible asset to our team.
I mean, what impressed me is their youth, having that leadership, being young.
Yeah, you're right.
I think V's one of those who makes timely buckets. She's also one of those who really controls the game from a tempo standpoint and understanding as a true point guard sort of what we're looking for and getting us into action. So having that production is going to be big for us throughout this game certainly, but throughout the rest of the season. She's really smart. Like, her basketball IQ is off the charts, and so she didn't get a lot of reps early because we didn't have a lot of practice time, but she absorbs the information. She can watch it on film. She can watch it and walk through. We can talk through it, and she can absorb the information and really understand what we're trying to get. So first and foremost that, secondly, she's a great defender. She's a great one-on-one defender. So, you're not going to lose anything, on that end of the floor. Her ability to navigate screens, her ability to just get deflections and be in plays, get herself back in plays, understand the schemes and without having to rep it. So that's important. And she's also a really good glue player. I mean, she's good in the locker room. She's great on the bench. She's always engaged, and she's ready when you ask her to come into the ball game. And so, I have a lot of respect for what V's been able to do in such a short period of time with limited amount of practice time. And I think it's, it just shows what kind of a pro she is.